And so the value integration for all of this is that you need to keep yourself informed. You need to understand who in your community is giving you feedback. And at the beginning, it's very hard because you don't know who it is. You don't know who these people are. But at some point, you'll get to know them, which is good. You got to respect and value the feedback that they give you. And that's the number one tip here, is that your fans will give you amazing feedback. And that feedback is really worth a lot of your own cycles thinking about it. And the last one is, don't let the critics deter you from your objectives. If people don't like what you're putting out, adjust to it, but don't let it wear you down. And that's one of the very big dangers of open development, and why it's not a method that will work for everybody. Is that, sometimes negative feedback is hard, and sometimes it's unwarranted, but you need to be able to filter that and just get the good bits out of it. And so as an example, at some point, Turbulent, we're in charge of the platform side of the game. And so we build the websites and all the systems integration for inventory and the entire web publishing platform. But when we finished the guild system in 2013, I believe, Chris did that test. He put a poll up to the community. And then he said, "Hey, what do you guys want the web team to do next?" And we're like shaking in our pants at the office, right? And this is the project that the community picked. And so I put this in the presentation because we're about storytelling. And they picked for us to build a star map of the universe before any other feature that we had planned, like, expanded forums, live chat, APIs, whatever. They wanted the star map. And so I have a few slides on the star map, but I think I should just show you the star map, which is even better. So this is live, so we'll see if everything's still working. And so when we set out to build this project, it was a bit of a, we'll see if it loads. There we go. And so when we set out to build this piece of the project, we were very early in development. And so this is literally a storytelling project from start to finish. And so our goal was to be able to, since it was voted on, right, it was an order from our community to build this. We needed to build something on the web, so this is in the browser entirely, where people could discover the world that we were building for them without the world being ready. The game is not there. And so, but the writers have written an incredible amount of lore that they've been outputting in stories and everything. And so we wanted to create something where they could actually view it. What? And 1 second. Okay, good. All right. And so we started to build that, and I'll be quick because there's a lot of stuff to view here. But basically, the goal for this project was to show them what the world that we were building for them was going to be. And so I'm in my browser right now, and I'm seeing the universe that's being built. And so this is the fictional world of Star Citizen that lives in 2947. I always get this wrong. It's around there. And what we're looking at is star systems that will be in the game. And so you can see their affiliations. You can see what race they're at. So the different factions at the bottom. So the United Earth Empire, the Banu, Vandal, Xi'an, developing countries, unclaimed. So you can see that this is an actual world. Now, obviously, I can't just take my ship and go from one of these points to the other. And so in the fiction, we had to map the wormholes that exist across these worlds to be able to link them. And so this is how what this tool allows players to do is to basically theory craft their way into this world and see where they're going to live. And so we've got the soul system right here. which is our star system. And so we've got population, economy, threat. And so out of this, I can go around and get information on any of these pieces. So if I go information, the writers have actually written a piece of lore for every celestial object that we've put into this. And so this has become basically our galactic encyclopedia that you can browse in 3D. It's also very functional because you can just swap in 2D mode and see the entire universe and watch it. But in order to make it really interesting, you needed to go down from one level to the next. And so I can actually click and go down to the system level. And for each star system, I get the detail for their planets. So let's say that we're in the Croatia system right now, which I pick randomly. And I can see every planet, where people live, where the population is. And so we've got even maps of where the populations are. And so I can just go, and Angeli is one of the planets there, so let's see about it. So first planet terraformed by the colony. And so you can see the amount of information and wealth that's in this tool that allows players to basically think about how they're going to play the game before it's there. I can even simulate taking the jump points from one system to the next. And so this jump point will take me to the Sol system, so let's take it. And so I'm back at our star system that you probably know, and this is our planet. And so this tool would have never existed if the community didn't vote for it, right? They asked for it. They wanted to see their world being built. And so as we were building it, the writers were also excited to be able to share that we built this with them. And so there's many more features. I invite you to go on robertspaceindustries.com/starmap and give it a shot. It's free, so you can just run it and see it go. It should run on every browser, unless you have a 1986 machine. It should be good. And I'm happy to announce that back in October of this year, we won the Adobe Cutting Edge Project of the Year with the Star Map, which is the biggest award we've ever won. And we're very proud to win it because it was a tough competition. And so this is for the Star Map. And so part of the creative process for that is always to give to our players and share. And so I'll skip the video here. And so part of the research was about building, the interface so that it matched the game. And so we've been really closely working with artists to do that in order to generate all of these assets that represent the different elements in the world. Now you've seen the real map. This is the mock-up. So we're pretty close, pretty good, pretty close. But the idea was really, as you can see, the inspiration was really to do like an astronomy book, right? When you're a kid and you're seeing, the Sol system in your astronomy book, and it looked like that. And so that's what we wanted to replicate. We've done concepts that were really close to what the game is. And so we've scaled down a bit from that, obviously, but the original concepts were very in-depth about being able to show more information about it. And now today, I was talking to you guys about all the content that we produce. This is Adam Weiser. He's one of the writers in the CIG team, and they are producing a series called Lore Maker's Guide to the Galaxy, where they use the star map as the background of their videos, and they basically talk over it and visit all the celestial objects that they put in and explain how it goes and what players are going to be able to do in those areas and what the story is behind it. So it's become an invaluable tool to be able to talk about their game and visualize it at the same time.